Hi, welcome back. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Sagittarius. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. So let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Sagittarius, and let's see what your strength is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. How you feeling, Sagittarius? I hope you're doing good out there. Okay. I feel like Sagittarius, okay, like, don't tell nobody I said it. No, I'm just kidding. But Sagittarius, you have to understand that when it comes to forgiveness, right, and allowing, Sagittarius! No, because when you think about the Isis energy, I personally think about Sagittarius. Personally, that's just like the fire when and same with the Queen of Wands. You would just put Sagittarius as that. That's just me though. That's just how I read. Okay. Anyways. But so when it comes to like allowing people back into your life, right? Or dealing with certain energies that may have upset you in the past or that has done something to you, right? I feel like if it has not, like, if you were put in a situation where it was like life or death, and it's now time for you to be like maybe working with someone or around someone, and they were involved in a situation where you might have almost lost your life. I personally feel like that should be like a no-brainer, that's like something you should not involve yourself with, right? Like, honestly, even if that is like the whole situation, you should see why one would be like, oh, well, all of you, what? So it's like, you have to see that a lot can be forgiven and a lot should be forgiven, but it's just kind of like, that's like, what did I do? Like, even if you can't, you know what I mean? So it's like, and if it can't be proven that you did not have nothing to do with it, I just wouldn't trust that situation that much. I mean, I put nothing past anyone, but if you feel like someone has something to do with something, don't involve yourself with whatever they have going on. Just simple as it is. Okay, Sagittarius? That's just my advice. Something with some crystals, okay? Something with some crystals. Roses. Ooh, with the divine matrix. Because it's like playing around with fertility and conception and truths, and not truly understanding what comes from growing as an individual. I feel like from the age of 13 to 30, someone has been truly developing who they are. So nothing was truly like, because they always been a seer, a dreamer, paying it forward, maybe picking someone at a certain time to really like help, without truly it needing to be anything. And I feel like that should be what charity is. I mean, honestly, like, we can donate to churches and all that, but sometimes it's nice to admire something about someone and just like try to help them in the best way that you can for whatever time you feel is appropriate. And when you're done, you're done. And that's what it is. And then if time passes and there was no real reason or nothing like that, and it's like, wow, you've grown up. Okay, let's see what this is or what that is or what it's not, and that's fine. But then if you were in a situation where people are involved in getting you all like, off of earth, then why would you? So that's just kind of, yeah. But yeah, you have to see the interconnectedness for what everything is, though, and see the joy and the contentment for what it is in your life, okay? Continue to step into the beauty of the unknown, okay, Sagittarius? And see law and attraction, your manifestations for what they truly are, okay? I feel like embrace every aspect of who you are. I feel like by the age of 30 or when you turn 30, like 30 is a big year, or it was a big year for you. And I feel like it helped you to take a leap of faith, and it just allowed you to see the divine matrix for truly what it is, or it will help you to see the divine matrix for truly what it is. I feel like education is important. It helps you gain that confidence, honestly, especially even like that learning about your own self. That's why is one so confident about what they know about themselves? Because when you don't give up on yourself, regardless of how painful it is or how it may disappoint you, you see the value of not giving up on yourself. So what's the blessings that Sagittarius carry in their heart? We have the chamber of the violet flame and solar light upgrade, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it's just this desire to change, right? This ability to create the reality you truly want. Understanding what your real power is and how to truly work it is what someone has been doing. And that's what I mean. Like there's always this energy when it comes to Sagittarius that I'd be like, well, maybe, but then it's like, but maybe, because you just never know. And then that's where I'm like, let me see. And then what I have been shown when it comes to Sagittarius is things of the adolescent years where it was very innocent. So it's like, that's not fair to what one may feel like was the situation. So you have to see how something is what it is. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But it's all about you continuing, okay, regardless of being, just whatever, you continue to grow and you continue to see the frequency of coherence for what it is, because the ability to harmonize these frequencies is amazing. And that is why some people are more gifted than others, because it's amazing to have that ability to create the reality we truly do desire, okay? Continue to focus on what matters, okay? Knowing what the learning experiences is, and learning and making sure that when you are gaining justice, it's all for the right reasons, not for just because someone sees something or has a need now. Is it what it always been, or is it not? Because this is what it's always been, and this is what it's not, you know? So that's, see the shifting of perspectives that happens day in and day out because of not harboring resentment, you know, or, you know, not too focused on trying to be right and stay in this energy of, okay, because either way, it's time to take action, right? That's just someone's perspective, because it's like, what's the guidance for Sagittarius? I am present. I just feel like it's levels, okay, Sagittarius, and you know that, Sagittarius. Don't. I feel like I'm talking to someone that actually knows who I am, so it's like Sagittarius, it's levels. But I feel like I was just kind of like, Bria, you need to chill. But anyways, when it comes to the light body activation and accessing the divine within, it's truly about realignment, okay? It's about the connections that truly matters, right? On a soul level and on a physical level, right? And you have to continue to study and be open to change, okay? It's not going to happen overnight, but it needs to be brought about because of this yawning on a soul level, okay? Because it needs to all be in alignment for you to truly reach your full potential, you know? I feel like, yeah, just continue to open your mind and your heart and try to transmute any negative energy. You know, you don't have to always be in this fighting energy, you know. But when things are on the line, right, they're like, let's fight. And maybe it's what ultimately has gotten them in a lot of situations that they are still in. So it is what it is. What's this divine matrix here? This interconnectedness, synchronicity, guidance. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords that just flew out. I feel like someone already knows, like they are just like heartbroken because of, you know, the truth being what the truth is. Like, that's just what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Immaculable strength. What's the Three of Swords here? With the divine matrix, you have to see, yeah, that with the Seven of Swords, and I mean not the Seven of Swords, excuse me, with the Seven of Cups flipping over in reverse, yeah, there is some type of loss some type of lack of direction, okay? I feel like focus on that desire to change, that willpower. It's slow and steady. You can study and do all that you need to do. It's not for show. Make sure that the God incidences and all that stuff is just in alignment with who you are, and let it be. And no matter what breaks your heart, you know, it's for a reason, because at the end of the day, no one is perfect, and we all have our moments of being cutthroat with things. So you have to understand that even though we don't think that karma comes in all shapes and forms and ways when we react because of the energy that we are sending out, we have to know that even when we get upset with our children or anything, it's going to come back, right? So it comes back in different ways, and that's why it's like, oh, and then it's like, no, but these are the things that allows for us to continue to be who we are. Let's just, yeah, like, no, because I don't even intake animals, so you have to see that that's not the same, right? That wouldn't be considered as the same, because we already know that that's actually what it is. Does that make sense? I know. Way smarter than you all just like seamlessly keep trying to give credit to where credit is due. And although it was heartbreaking, but that's what I love about leadership. That's what I love about this ability to not be ashamed or afraid to move over for the next generations to be able to shine in their own way and in their own light, regardless of them actually having the intention. In that way of me explaining it, that's what I see when people behave in certain manners. So excuse me for seeing that before I see, oh, no, they were just upset, or they just got pushed out. Oh, it was a money thing. Oh, it was a this thing. Oh, so, and that's the unfortunate, truth about who we are as a human race. We can't just live with seeing things for what they are, even when they are bad. You want to see the good, like, oh, well, maybe. But that's why I said you have to draw that line somewhere. Like, hey, I mean, that could be forgiven, me having a misconception about who you are. But what can't be forgiven is you trying to unlife me and think we're going to be best friends. What's this Three of Swords with the Seven of Cups? In reverse with the Emperor. Yeah. I feel like continue to be in your strength, Sagittarius. Make sure you are letting it be known who you are and what you stand for. See the God incidences for what it truly is and what they truly are. Deliver your messages intact. And don't be obsessing about anything. Be patient with yourself and others, okay? Because it's way beautiful than you even really imagine. Because especially if it's coming from this end, nothing has been crazy unless I truly... Chamber of the Violet Flame with the Solar Light of Gray. With the Ace of Wands. Yeah, it's like new beginnings. Focusing on your passion. Staying grounded, okay? Making sure that you are putting your family and friends first. Central to your life's purpose, okay? I feel like fall season is important. Did I? Yeah. All about the learning experiences. I feel like there's power in compassion and forgiveness. There's power in understanding. There's power in integrity. There's power in speaking up and being honest with what it is and how you feel. There's power in taking accountability for all of it. What's this Ace of Wands? With the Ten of Cups. Yeah. I feel like continue to allow for things to come together. I feel like you're on the right path. I feel like you've learned great lessons, Sagittarius. And this been this radical transformation for you, giving back and paying it forward in a way that is truly remarkable for maybe just one individual. And that has to be okay, because at the end of the day, sometimes you never know what's needed from you and why your heart and mind and things align for you to show up in that way. So embrace it. And even if it's a multitude of people, just embrace the moments of where you are truly able to see the alignment of your soul's plan and your life plan, and truly embracing it, right? Because I feel like those traditional values speak measures, honestly. I feel like you are nearing the end of something, though. That's like actually really significant. I feel like, yeah, I feel like don't, I feel like it's nice to observe things. Yeah, but it's nice to observe things, but know when to take action, okay? It's nice to be an observer, but it's also nice to know when to take action, right? You don't want to be the one that has a crush on someone and then just obsessing, and when the opportunity strikes, you just don't show up. Or you don't want to be someone that, practices how to save lives every day, and then when it's time to show up, you can't, right? So it's like you want to be able to be an observer, but you want to know how and when to take action as well, okay? This is I am present here. Oh yeah, I forgot I am present was even, I wasn't even looking at that, but I'm seeing that, right? Because I feel like you are nearing the end of something. Oh yeah, yeah. With the Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Cups. And maybe that's what it is, Like, I don't even know. Like, that's the guidance that you must focus on, Sagittarius, is that I feel like there has been like spiritual enlightenment gained on a certain situation or a certain, outcome. And maybe that's what someone doesn't truly understand about why something is being presented in a certain way. But I feel like you have to make sure that, it's not anything other than what what you have truly been manifesting. And when it is something opposite of what you truly have been manifesting, you have to question it and just take a step back and make sure that things are what they are, because at the end of the day, you know, the connections to the universe and the ability to truly caution the mind and the heart is a true thing. So you have to see what the cherry truly is. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, with that, I am presence is the divine within, right? And even with me, Sagittarius, I am like someone where it's like I really like to put meaning behind what I do and how I do it, especially if I know it's like anything that is it's like going to be with me or be with them for a while, right? And over the course of time, it's gotten a lot better, because sometimes I'd be rushing and then, or the wrong thing would just be it, whatever. Anyways, so when I say put effort into thinking of doing something to demonstrate something for another, I'm gonna just say like your love for another is something you should truly, you know, think about. And, you know, and I was just like thinking that too, like everyone shows up in different ways, so you just don't know. So you have to figure it out for yourself. And that's what I've been like, and that's what I try, like, not to, I will never like be like that. But, you know, for me and my pace of where I go and how I'm getting to where I'm trying to go, I will never expect anyone to just like wait for me to do certain things in my mind that I feel like they already deserve, right? So that's why I humble myself and I just continue to grow. And the more you see and the more you get to know people, the more you realize the things that actually might be like nothing, but then again, it'll make them happy. So you just continue to love and, you know, be who you are, okay? I am sending you peace, love, and light, Sagittarius. I do hope something resonated with you, okay? Until next time.